extraction stations.
Welcome back. I'm Ryan from Blue Water Gaming, and if I sound a little off from what I normally do, it's because I'm still slightly sick. But let's get right into this. And this is, should you start playing World of Warships in 2017? Because this game recently had its Steam release, and so far I've put about 40 hours into it, and I've gotten up to about tier 4 of the ships. But before we get into all of that, let's actually go over kind of what it is for the people that don't know what World of Warships is. So as you can see, this is a game where you are the captain of a ship. There are 4 different classes of ships. There are destroyers, which are pretty much the small, little, fast and agile boats that have torpedoes and some pretty weak main guns. Then you have the cruisers, which are your like all-rounder ships. They can go kind of fast, have some okay armor, and their weapons are fine, but they're not overly powerful. Then you have the battleships that are big, slow, hulking behemoths with a lot of armor, very few guns, but the guns pack a huge punch. And then you finally have the aircraft carriers, which are what you use if you want to play this game like an RTS instead. And with all these different ships, there's like, I think the number's 100 plus in total across several different countries, like the US, Japan, the USSR, and then there's like 3 others or so, 3 or 4 others, and then they're adding a new country, some Asian country, I believe. And then you take pretty much all these ships, you put them on teams, and then you fight other ships. And of those 4 different classes of ships, besides being divided into the countries like I talked about, they're also divided into tiers. There are 10 tiers of ships. As you go up, the ships are more expensive, they're better equipped, they have more armor, and they're just better overall as you go up. This does lead into some of the problems with it being free to play, but I'll get into that here in a bit. Now, because this is a easily accessible free-to-play game, I won't be talking about the upsides of it so much, as you are easily able to go and play this and see the positives of the game for yourself. I'm mostly going to be focusing on the negatives that you might not see right off the bat, and it might take you a little bit of time to actually see and understand why they might be downsides. And you might not want to waste your time putting into a game that might have a downside that you really don't like. So to just get my quick positives out of the way, if you are looking for a game where you get to be the captain of a ship, kind of like what you're seeing, and pilot it and have to actually aim the guns and lead other ships and fight other ships, then you're going to like this game. A lot of my friends have downloaded this and started to like it, and it's free to play, so you can always go try it out. And if this isn't the kind of combat for you, if you find it maybe too slow or something, then you have no investment. But now let's actually get into some of the downsides that you might not see off the bat. I'm going to go with the most glaring obvious ones right away. And those are the byproducts of it being a free-to-play game. There is a premium shop, and there is a premium currency that you can buy. In the premium shop, you can pretty much buy the normal things that you would expect for a game like this. Things like the premium currency, premium ships, and a few of the in-game flags, which I kind of need to talk about that system. Flags you can put on your ship. 1 flag you put on for each match. After you finish a match, the flag gets taken away, and it's kind of consumed like that. So it's a consumable that you can use to get some sort of upgrade during that match. Now, flags actually give bonuses, and these could be pretty big bonuses. Things like plus 50% ship XP, plus 20% credits earned that match, plus 50% to the experience that your captain of your ship earns. Some of the most egregious are plus 300% free experience that you earn, which I'll get into free experience here in a minute because it comes back up. And then on top of that, the ships in this game are absolutely insane on their prices. To give some examples, a tier 3 ship called the Oleg for the USSR costs $11.99. It's a tier 3 cruiser. And to kind of give you an example, you can get a normal tier 3 cruiser after about 10 hours of playing. So that's going to cost you $11.99. Let's say we want to go up to a tier 8 US destroyer called the Kid. It's $41.49, and that's on sale right now. $41.49 for a single ship. That is insane, and that's not even the most expensive one. The most expensive thing that I'm able to find right now is the Kid Ultimate Bundle, which is $81.79 on sale. This thing's normally $102, and it comes with the Kid ship, which is a Tier 7 destroyer, I believe, and it comes with a commander, or a ship captain, that has 10 skills already leveled up, and it comes with 12,000 doubloons, which is the premium currency. That is insane. And I can't find it right now, but I know that they sell all of these ships in a bundle that's like $500. That is absolutely insane. $500 for a bunch of ships? That is crazy. On top of that, because this is a free-to-play game, you can also have a premium account that you can pay for a specific amount of time, whether it be 24 hours, 3 days, a week, a month, 6 months, or 12 months. And this gives you 50% more credits and experience every single battle. And once you start getting into those higher tiers of ships, you're really going to need that extra experience. Now, to kind of go into the price of that, 1 day of premium is going to cost you about $1.49. Actually, it's going to cost you exactly $1.49. On the exact opposite of that, a year of it is going to cost you $96. $96 for a year of premium. Now, I understand hardcore fans of this game are going to do this, and so it might be worth it for them because of how much time they put into it. But for just a regular user, this is kind of crazy. Now, there is also a premium currency that I talked about, and there's plenty of ways of buying it. You can buy it in just bundles of premium currency, like this one, which is 1,250 doubloons for $6.70. Or you could buy it with several days of premium. There's a 30-day bundle where you can buy 1,000 doubloons and 30 days of premium for a whole $17. Or you can get 7,000 doubloons and 30 days of premium for $37, which is actually discounted from $42. Now that is absolutely insane, but what can you do with doubloons? Well, you can convert a ship experience into free experience, and I haven't talked about this system before. I actually like this system on its own. The more that you use a ship, you get experience that is tied to that ship, which lets you unlock upgrades and the next tier of ship and whatnot. There's also free experience, which you can use on any ship. 5% of all ship tied experience is converted into free experience. Once you have all the upgrades for a ship, 100% of ship tied experience gets transferred into free XP. With doubloons, you can convert ship tied experience to free XP. And that's not a very egregious system. Another thing that is kind of bad, though, is you can convert doubloons into actual in-game currency, the in-game credits. And this is the system that kind of makes it bad, because one doubloon will get you 1,500 credits. Now that doesn't sound too bad, but then you have to realize how much you're actually spending on different parts of a ship. To give an example, to upgrade the Tier 4 US battleship called the Wyoming, it's going to cost me around 390,000 credits to upgrade it. And if I want to unlock the first US aircraft carrier, it's going to cost me 940,000 credits. Now, that's actually pretty low cost in the game. Once we start getting up to like Tier 8, Tier 9, let's go into some of those prices. To unlock the Tier 8 US battleship called the North Carolina, it costs 9.8 million credits to unlock. If we go up just 2 more levels to the tier 10 US battleship called the Montana, it costs 20,800,000 credits to unlock. And currently, I'm earning credits at a rate of about 20 to 30,000 credits a match. So you can see when you get up to the higher tier ships, you might be a little inclined or a little pushed to buy a bunch of doubloons to turn it into credits that you can actually buy ships. Because when you're trying to save up 20 million credits for a tier 10 ship, that's going to take a while when you're earning it at about 20,000 credits at a time. And you might be thinking, oh, I'll just save up for the tier 10. But you have to go through all the other tiers to get there, and all the other tiers combined might be 35, 40 million credits to actually get just to that point. So you're always going to be spending credits up at the higher tiers. And it's really up at these higher tiers where things start to actually break down. At the current place where I am, at tier 4, the game is extremely fun. I'm unlocking things at a pretty consistent rate, and it's not taking me a egregiously long amount of time to actually unlock new things. The problem is, with people that have been playing this game for years since it's been released, they understand and they know, and they've been telling people that once you get up to like tier 7, tier 8, tier 9, and tier 10, you're going to be kind of pushed towards the cash shop because things start taking an extremely large amount of time to actually get things done at those higher tiers. So I'm stuck in this awkward situation of playing a really fun game right now that I have this thought in the back of my head that eventually this game is not going to be that fun because of an artificial wall just kind of put in there for to push you towards the cash shop. And that is going to be the major thing that you have to think of before playing this game, is are you willing to put in the time and potentially stay at lower tiers so that you don't hit that giant brick wall right around tier 8 where it starts pushing you towards the cash shop? Are you willing to use ships that you know can be outclassed? Now, thankfully, the game does pair you up with other ships that are in the same kind of class range, but who's to say that after a while they just open it up so that all 4 or 5 of the higher tiers can actually play against each other? Who's to say that they can't open that up a little bit and have you play against some of the higher tiers, kind of pushing you towards unlocking them after a while? So that's what you really have to think of before you put your time into this. Although thankfully this game is not as pay to win as things such as like World of Tanks, where they actually have like premium ammo and stuff like that. Thankfully this game doesn't have stuff like that. It just casually pushes you towards spending money to unlock new ships in the higher tiers. To kind of wrap this up, I do have to say that as long as I have people to continuously play this game with, then I do see myself having a bit of fun with this game. Even though that thought of that wall that's eventually going to hit is going to come up eventually, I think that I'm going to have kind of enough fun getting up to that point that once that wall finally hits, I think that I'll be able to take it. But that is going to be it for me in this. I hope that this video helped kind of show you and talk about some of the things that you might not see when you start picking up this game, that maybe you don't want to pick up this game because of that wall or because of how the game kind of pushes you towards the cash shop in the end. But that's going to be it for this. Remember, I'm Ryden, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.